I'd like to welcome the esteemed and honorable Councilwoman Elizabeth Crowley.
Everybody hear me? Good? It's a pleasure to be back here with the Woodhaven Block Association. We had a great meeting with the management and our office to discuss. Well, there's a lot of people here tonight since the last time I was here, right around the time we were finishing the budget for the City Council. I'm happy to say that we brought back a tremendous amount of resources for the City Council, not only myself, but my colleague in the City Council, Eric Ulrich, who's here in the back. Of course, much of that funding will go towards our schools, our parks, and our libraries. There was specifically within my capital budget money set aside for investing into Woodhaven Library. For far too long, there hasn't been real investment, and it's just a start. There's hundreds of thousands, if not millions, that is needed to bring the library up to speed, to put an elevator in, and to possibly make the basement portion maybe a child's room, just expand the space so that you could have more sections, and more people could enjoy the library. And actually, the Woodhaven Friends of the Woodhaven Library and our office is working on putting together a green event where we invite people from the state who do home improvements and recommend contractors to people who are interested in greening their own homes. So that's a project that's on the horizon. Another part of our discussion when Nancy came over to the City Council office was really expanding upon the membership that the Woodhaven Block Association has. So we're going to work together. I have a bunch of emails of Woodhaven residents. We're going to try to network to make sure that people are aware of different opportunities to get involved. We also, back in June, had $2,000 specifically for the Woodhaven Block Association, but some other funds have freed up, and now we've moved that over to $5,000.
Thank you.
And I know that's going to go, I think, specifically to train computers, technology, bringing people, especially our senior population, into the Block Association and teaching them ways to access computer technology. And I don't want to take too much longer, but just in closing, a significant investment is going into both 97, which is Post 5, a capital project to improve their auditorium, over $140,000 that my capital budget was able to expense, and also a significant amount into Forest Park, the bandshell area. We'll be getting brand new benches in the fall, new fences, and we're looking at ways of working with the Forest Park Trust to invest in a carousel. And I know Maria loves the carousel. We all, it's so much a part of Woodhaven, part of our history, and it'll be a part of our future as well. The carousel needs hundreds of thousands of dollars of investment. Not many people know how to operate and fix carousels also. But it looks like the Forest Park Trust realizes how important the carousel is. We're working with the Landmarks Commission also to get the carousel landmarked and to continue to invest in our part of Forest Park. So it's great to be here, and I open the floor up to anybody who has any questions.
I noticed that PS 97 is under construction in the schoolyard right now. Is there a specific goal, or what is the end product?
I'm not sure what specific project.
I can tell you what's going on there. That was funded like years and years ago.
Right, they got to get it done by school.
Yes, government situation. What they're doing is they're going to redo the whole area as a playground for the children, and then they're landscaping it all and making it a real nice play area for the younger children. So that this way older children or older young people will not have access. But it's utilizing that whole area in the back and the side, and it really should be quite beautiful and special.
Yeah. The Ridgewood Reservoir initially had about $50 million set aside, going back about 2 years ago when the mayor started his broad 2030 plan, right a little over 2 years ago. And he wanted or his office wanted for the Ridgewood Reservoir area to become one of these attraction parks where they were thinking of putting in one of the 3 basins. There's 3 basins right now in the Ridgewood Reservoir area. Their plan was to cover one with artificial turf, put like a cricket field, baseball fields, but by no means is that happening. The funding was brought to a more realistic scale. Right now it's at $20 million. The first phase is going to cost $7 million. To cover up a basin would take much more than the remaining amount of money to do extensive work in Leicester. I would, and I have recommended to the Parks Department to reinvest in the current baseball fields in the Highland Park area. They're sort of slanted, and many of the high schools don't utilize them as is because of the shape that they're in. So that's where the investment in the baseball fields needs to be made. And as of right now, and I had a conversation with the director just last Friday, there's been rumors that one of the basins is going to be filled over, but that's clearly what it is. It's a rumor. Right now it's just paths, lighting, and fences, and restoring stairways. So pretty much creating the access to the Ridgewood Reservoir area so people can come and walk around and do the light type of recreation.
I have a question. It refers to the fences in Forest Park around the carousel. Is there an actual, I heard that there's going to be a fence that you're going to put around the entire band shell?
There's going to be some decorative fencing around the band shell.
But I mean, is it a fence to keep people out? In other words, is it a wrought iron high fence, or is it a regular link fence? What are
It's
we
not a link fence.
Yeah.
It's going to be a nice wrought iron fence. I'm not sure of the height, and I'm not sure of how much of the perimeter it will go around. But if you'd like to have a more extensive conversation about it, I'll speak with the commissioner and get all the different specifications as per the...
Correct, yeah, because I definitely want to know, because I think if we put a fence there, I live right across the street,
Yeah.
and if we put a fence, it's going to look like a prison. I know
There
that...
already is a fence. Yes,
Well, there's not a fence around the band shell, no. You walk right onto the benches, and you're there, but I don't, for one...
Good point. We'll look into it. It is up to my office and Joe's office and hopefully Eric's office to work with us to put the pressure on the MTA to make sure that that project is at the beginning. Because for far too long, it's gone unpainted. We see that it's deteriorating because the steel is rotten. And we need to have it painted minimum and repaired in other areas. So it's an immediate. And that's how I feel. And we're going to be having press conferences on it, calling attention to the need, and making sure that, we hold their feet to the fire and get it done right away. There's no time to wait.
And the Block Association will be there with you, and our residents will be too.
And the greater Woodhaven, but there for 20 years we've been trying to get it going, so hopefully.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Round of applause.